All right, guys, Henry has purchased some accessories for the new swing steer that he's got, and him and Michelle ordered this stuff, and they had me to go up and get it. It came in today, and it came from Titan Attachments, and what he had purchased was a pallet fork frame. And this is the made in the USA standard frame. It was on sale. And so he got that frame with a set of 42-inch forks. And this frame also has the bale spear socket for the super spears. And it has two spikes for the stabilizing spears. So this frame is going to serve as dual purpose for pallet forks and bale spear. They also ordered a manure bucket, a 60-inch manure bucket with the 32-inch tines, and the manure bucket did not come. The tines came, and here's one of them. So this is, it looks like a little miniature bale spear, but the overall length is 32 inches. And it came with those, but the frame for the manure bucket was on a different shipment. And I don't know why they would have shipped it separately. Plenty of room, I would have thought, for put it on this pallet, but they didn't, and it's supposed to come in on Wednesday. The problem is we're going to be at the National Farm Machinery Show up in Louisville, Kentucky on Wednesday, so I'm a little bit annoyed with that. But I mean, you know, I guess maybe RL Carriers or something had a limit on, because I know the manure frame, bucket frame, is 60 inches long. So maybe they had a limit on what could hang over the skid, and so maybe they've got a special skid for the bigger bucket. Hey, Tommy. Okay, so right here, Henry's got his forks unpacked, and he's getting ready to unload some hay, but we wanted to demonstrate this adapter to go from the low profile skid steer quick attach to the standard skid steer. And that's literally all it was that little spacer block that you saw me lift up and put back down in there. Those are the two spacers. Everything else is the same. So when you're using the bucket that came with the loader, you pull those off, and if you want to switch then to any normal skid steer attachment like this pallet fork set, you just drop those two spacers on and it hooks right up. Okay, now here I just wanted to show the how minimal the soil disturbance is. He backed up and pulled up a couple times getting lined up with those forks, and you can see there's no damage at all to this sod. This is in our yard, and I'm going to show you just right here how wet this is. If you watch, look at the water squirting up there around my boot. The soil is very wet right there, and you know, a regular skid steer would have tore that grass all to pieces.
Now, next thing we're going to do, we're all out of square bales, so we took old Red over just on the flatbed and got 4 round bales. So we're going to get the swing steer started up, and we don't have the bale spear on our bale spear yet, or bale spear bracket, but we've got the forks, so we're just going to go under and pick them up and line them up.
Again, the ground is just as wet, and you'll notice how little disturbance there is here. He gets into a little bit of mud when he backs up there, but that field there was plowed last year. He had vegetables in that field, so you know, it's pretty much bottomless right now in that. But everywhere else is doing very well. There's very minimal damage. Okay, now he's getting ready to bring the first roll out into the actual cattle lot to feed it, and it's going to highlight a little bit of a upgrade that we're going to do, and that is tires. So the Max wing steer is primarily marketed toward like construction and landscaping, where they would just material handling jobs and landscape jobs where you would need a turf type tire. So that's what they put on it, and those tires are pretty good. And that's what's on it right now, and you can see they're going to go through this mud pretty well carrying a roll of hay. But Henry did feel like that he needed to upgrade to a R1 agricultural style tread for the wintertime months. So he does have a set of those on order, and we'll be upgrading those. And then the thought process was get a second set of rims for the machine, and go ahead and mount the turf tires on one set and the R1 agricultural tires on the other set, and switch them back and forth. So during the winter months run the ag tires, and in the summer months run the turf tires. All right, what did you think?
Well, so I wanted to mention our fork frame, bale spear, and hitch or trailer mover all in one. This is a real nice piece. We bought this one rather than some other ones because it was made in America, but we didn't think about our door. If you have most skid steers, their door slides up and inside the cabin. This one opens out, so it hits this bar here. And this bar is nice for, you know, logs and brush and stuff, keep stuff from getting into your glass and things. And this one was made in America. That's why we bought this one. So rather than send it back, we're just gonna go in here and cut it off right here and right here, there and there, and take this off, and not waste our time with sending it back and getting one that's not made in America, when we can just cut this off and have our made in America one and the door opens fine. Alright guys, we've had our first little problem with the swing steer. We thought we had ran over a nail or something with the rear tire here, but we didn't. There was just a leaky valve stem after they got it up there at the tire shop. So we had them take it off, and the tire says tubeless, but it's not. It's got a tube in it, and the valve stem is an odd valve stem. The valve stems are a odd size. They're real small, so none of his valve stems that he had in stock would fit in it. So we brought it back home and drilled it out a little bit, and now just a regular valve stem fits into it. All of the tires use the same valve stems, so all of them could eventually have the same problem. So we went ahead and we're gonna take them all and break them down so that we can fix that problem. And we went ahead and bought 4 ag grip tires, and we're gonna have them put on and everything so that with this mud and stuff coming up, we can be all right. but we're still going to keep these tires because there's nothing wrong with them. And we're going to buy some 10.5 rims with 12-inch inside diameter. That's what these are. We're going to buy them with the standard 6 lug so that we have them, and we'll put these tires back on them. So if we want to, in the summertime when everything dries up, if we want to put mulch in beds and stuff and we don't need the aggressive tread anymore, we can just take them off and swap. We can just swap tires and go with it like that.